Welcome back to Sports Rap Live, everybody. Hey, you know what time it is when we get back from that first 9 o'clock break, and you hear the voice of the man, the myth, the legend behind the Htown Sneaker Summit, and we just know him as Kadoma. How are you, sir?
What's up? What's up, everybody? Rapp Pack in the building down here at Junction Bar, getting ready for a brand new Sneak of the Week, where we bring you the latest heat in the street to your feet each and every week, right here Thursday nights at Junction Bar.
You do that so gracefully.
Hey, it comes with practice. We're on number 131 this week.
Man.
Did you just say number 131?
131. Wow. We've been doing this for quite a while.
Well, for all the new listeners out there, you know, we have new listeners all the time on Thursdays and Sunday, Kadoma. Why don't you give them a little history and a little background of why we do this and what we're all about?
Well, I run an event called the Htown Sneaker Summit, which is a biannual event that takes place right here in Houston, Texas, every summer, every winter. It's been going on for 8 years here now, and we'll be celebrating our 18th Htown Sneaker Summit come this July. Just wrapped up our 17th summit, which was the annual winter event. Took place at Reliance Center with nearly 4,000 people. So, you know, really looking forward to summer and gearing up for that and seeing all the people come from far and wide. I know everyone will be out of school or home from college and be able to travel a little bit easier. We will be staying at the Aloft Galleria once again, the official hotel of the Htown Sneaker Summit. So be on the lookout for more info and details on that real soon. We're already gearing up with the promo, flyers out in the streets. You know, want people to be able to make those travel plans so they can come attend from far and wide. So stay tuned to HtownSneakerSummit.com, Twitter at Htown Sneaker Summit, or you can personally tweet me at Kadoma, K-A-D-O-M-A. But if you're on Twitter right now, you want to be tuned into at Sports Rap Live, because we just dropped pictures of what's on the table right now if you're not here at Junction Bar.
Of course, tonight, I don't know if Gons has that black and white Michael Jackson song somewhere in his archives. I don't even have to ask. All I got to do is say black and white.
You calling me like I'm at my corporate gig over here.
Yeah, you know what? I might be one of those drunk chicks that want to hear Copper Road, man. But
we are here live in color at Junction Bar, but this week's Sneak of the Week is black and white.
That's true.
And we're going to get into that right now. We have a little sneak peek of the week, and then we also have our sneak of the week.
Absolutely. Now, Kadoma, you join us each and every week, and the good people out there, if they don't hear us live on Sports Talk 790 and iHeartRadio, they can always go and see the Sneak of the Week segment on sneakertube.tv. And of course, right on cue.
Or visit the video podcast on sportsraplive.com. Check out all the other great sports takes these guys have.
Which is now brought to you in high definition, wave to the camera out there, by AMP Studios, amphouston.net. And they're going to be doing our podcast each and every week now, right here from Junction Bar and Grill. Very excited for that. My man Tripod, you know, he's just production manager now. Look at him. He's just holding it down the lounge.
Tripod holding it down.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
that's what the ladies say.
Hey, there he goes. We had to get one in.
Oh.
Since he won't be there with you guys at Cover Girls on Wednesday, he had to get one in here.
Go.
All right. Well, we did mention it is black and white, Kadoma. So last week we previewed the Air Jordan 12, and I just want to touch on it because one of the greatest college basketball games of the season was played last night, of course, between UNC and Duke. And a lot of the Tar Heels players were wearing the Columbia Blue Air Jordan 12, Andrew.
The Air Jordan 2012.
Yes, yeah, I'm sorry.
I was telling my friends, you know, I have the old, well, I guess the old now, Kobe's, the old Duke colorway. Yep. But yeah, you know, those North Carolina players are always holding it down. And they always have the new colorways, the new Jordan colorways, because, you know, Jordan being an old Tar Heel himself.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. All right. Well, hey, what's on the horizon, Kadoma, before we get into these sneakers right here? Of course, we're going to be out there in Orlando for All-Star Weekend, which most people know, besides the Htown Sneaker Summit, is one of the biggest weekends in sneakers.
Yeah, other than holiday drops, I'd say All-Star Weekend probably is the most celebrated sneaker release weekend of the year. You know, basketball sneakers, a little lifestyle sneakers too. We see some creeping in on the table tonight. But I'm really looking forward to going out there to Orlando and seeing all the new signature basketball sneakers dropping. Traditionally in the past, All-Star Weekend was a date reserved for if you had a new sneaker coming out or a new signature sneaker coming out, that's when you wanted to drop it, is NBA All-Star Weekend. A lot of classic sneakers hit the hardwood that particular weekend.
Speaking of hitting the hardwood here, Kadoma, we know you're a big NBA fan. We got Lakers Celtics on right now with 9 seconds to go. It is tied 82-82 in the fourth quarter.
You're welcome.
And by the way, I am now on the Kobe system. Thank you very much. Just figured, you know, it's only fitting during...
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Kobe. Thank you, Andrew Martinez. I am now on the Kobe system. So I just thought I would shout out those. But that's not why we're here, Kadoma. We want to get into, first and foremost, our sneak peek of the week.
Yes, we have a sneak peek of the week brought to you by Premium Goods right there on 2416 Times Boulevard in the Rice Village. We have a couple of shoes from the Black History Month pack. These being the lifestyle shoes. I didn't know this until I saw them here tonight, but they actually have a Huarache free 2012 Black History Month sneaker, complete with the Apple iPod Plus system inside. So if you want to get your workout on with your iPod, these are up to date with that. This is a classic running shoe, the Huarache, but it features the free sole, or a new take on Nike's classic waffle outsole. So kind of simulates running with bare foot. But as all of the sneakers in the Black History Month pack, kind of features a Native American or African tribal print on the upper. The next shoe we have over is the classic first basketball shoe with the encapsulated air pocket, the Nike Air Force One Low Premium Black History Month edition. And this shoe, you can see that tribal pattern on the icy fan favorite outsole, translucent clear outsole, as well as on the laces and on the sneakers interior, and some really nice nubuck on top. All of the shoes are in a Midnight Fog black colorway, and in the past, I believe Nike started celebrating Black History Month with the Air Force One, this particular silhouette. They were kind of hard to get in the beginning, then became a little more easier to grab, and now they have a whole pack, including these two sneakers, a Kevin Durant 4, a LeBron 9, and a Kobe 7. So be on the lookout for those dropping this weekend at select Nike retailers.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned, you know, All-Star, as we get closer and closer to All-Star Weekend, we will have some sneak peeks of the week of some of the All-Star sneakers you might see coming out.
Oh, man, next week, I mean, we've already got the sneak of the week laid out pretty much for the next 3 weeks here. So we're going to be hit with a barrage of sneakers coming the next 3 weeks. And, hey, we'll see who takes the cake for the Sneak of the Week All-Star Weekend. I think it's going to be kind of up for grabs. There's a couple of shoes in the running right now, but we'll see which one gets the fan vote All-Star Weekend. So.
All right, well, let's get into Sneak of the Week number 131. Gons, why don't you cue it up? As you guys know, each and every week for 131 weeks, Htown Sneaker Summit and Sports Rap Live have brought you the Sneak of the Week, and this week it is
the Air Jordan 1 Dave White edition.
Bam!
Bam, the classic, the Air Jordan 1, very first signature shoe in the Air Jordan line, done up by Dave White. Artist out of the UK, put his spin on these, and it is something serious. 23 is embroidered on the back of one shoe, the Jumpman is embroidered on the back of the other, splattered Jumpman tongue tag, cement on the front of the upper there, along with the splatter pattern and stars. Just an incredible shoe. These retail for, I think, $175 plus tax, I believe, and they will be up for grabs this weekend at select stores such as Premium Goods here in Houston, Nice Kicks in Austin, and I also believe Foot Locker House of Hoops carries them here as well. So
that is a bad shoe.
It is a definitely an artist spin on a classic silhouette, and I know a lot of Jordan heads out there.
It's even got a little, what is that? The concrete right there?
Yeah, the elephant print,
Yep.
real
Elephant print.
concrete,
Yep.
what they, as they call it. But then the interior of the shoe is some premium materials as well. So
Now,
if you're
people
a
tell
fan-
people about Dave White. You know, he's a British artist who.
I mean, Dave White is a British artist who kind of got his claim to fame painting paintings of sneakers, but now he's actually designing sneakers. So that's not all he does, but he's has several works of art out there. But you know, here it is, another masterpiece from Dave White releasing this weekend. Sneak of the Week, number 131. The Dave White Air Jordan 1.
Courtesy of Young B, of course, from Youngest in Charge. I think these are his his birthday pair.
His personal pair.
His personal
here on the
pair
table.
here on
So
the table.
Shout out to Young B.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Kadoma, that's what it is, man. You know, hey, this is how we do it each and every week, right here on the Htown Sneaker Summit Sports Wrap Live segment. And man, it like you said, we've got Sneak of the Weeks now starting to lay themselves out.
That's right.
As we head into All-Star Weekend, into March Madness, of course, we're going to see a lot of those sneakers start to come out as the guys play in the tournament.
But before that, we'll be visiting the Magic Convention next week in Las Vegas, the world's largest fashion convention. I think we'll have a few special guests on our special show next week.
Yeah, Wednesday night.
A lot of the sponsors of the Htown Sneaker Summits are good friends. We're going to try to get them on air, I believe, next Wednesday for a special Magic broadcast.
Yeah, Magic in Houston, Magic in Vegas.
That's right.
Hey, we also need to touch on, speaking of that, next season, the Rockets are going to be hosting the NBA All-Star Game 2013. It'll be here in Houston.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Hey, you know it's going down, man. Already got something in the works for that, so stay tuned.
Of course.
A little magic, maybe?
Of course.
Hey, Kadoma, I'm also looking forward to when we get to 150, because 150, that'll be a big deal, too, for the
That's
Sneak of the Week.
19 weeks away. We gotta have to time that out and see what we're hitting on right
Yeah,
there.
but that'll be a big deal.
For sure.
It's going to come with explosions and fire for the intro.
When we, that's right.
Production
That's
value
right.
on that one.
Production value, exactly. We should have a model, like bring them out, like a ring girl or something. But that's how we do it, man, each and every week. Of course, check out HTownSneakerSummit.com. I got to send a quick shout out to the Spring Branch Mexican. He's still waiting for the Nike Cortez to have an iPod access because those are his favorites.
Since when did a Cortez have Nike internet access?
Or when does the Spring Branch Mexican have an iPod? That's
I'm
what
waiting
I
for that
wanna
team to
know.
get Netscape Navigator.
Well, hey, we got to send a shout out, though. His wife just gave birth to their new baby, and what is he doing? He's tuned in to Sports Wrap Live on his phone, on iHeartRadio.
He does it right.
Of course, man. We go hard, man. Spring Branch Mexican, he is a big-time supporter of us, and we got to shout him out. Make sure you guys send the love out there for the baby. And if you want to name him Adam Gons Andrew, whatever your last name is,
We'll definitely name a segment after you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. You always get front of the line as far
He's
as
going to come with a red mark on his face. Where'd you get that from? Get that name?
And if you name your kid Bad Rap, I mean, that would...
Oh, man.
Wow.
I have to pay you in residuals.
Yeah.
How about a shout out? We could name him shout out. Little shout out. All right, well, hey, shout out to BC Smoke Shop, of course. Man, we've got to mention them. They have 2 Houston area locations. They were giving away tickets for our event tonight over there at House of Blues with our good friend Pep Love, who checked in earlier, Revolution and the Green from Hawaii. But they also have the Rapp Pack Special. How many of you guys got that card? How many of you guys go to BC Smoke Shop when you need that nice glass piece or you need a piece of nice hand-blown art? Well, I've got some coupons right here. It's going to get you 20% off.
You said what?
Coupons.
Oh, what?
I got coupons.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah, right here in my hand. Or you can go to sportswraplive.com, and I posted it on the homepage. You can print it out from the office, and when your boss asks you, hey, what is this? When he sees it in the printer.
It's called savings, sir. Savings.
Savings.
Shop smarter, not harder.
Thank you very much. And you can tell them, hey, are you in the Rapp Pack? I didn't think so. I'm going to BC Smoke Shop. 2 Houston area locations, 7909 Westheimer, and of course out there at 1960 and Jones Road. You can't miss it. Look for the big BC triangle and look for the Rapp Pack to come through and pick up all those nice glass pieces. But you know what, man? We're going to take this as our little potpourri segment. Kadoma, you're welcome to stay right here. we're just going to mix in some other sports. We've already talked some NFL. We talked some NBA. We talked some All-Star game. But you know what? Tiger Woods, y'all. Golf tees off today at Pebble Beach, and Tiger gets his season started. Yes.
With who?
With I don't know her name yet. I don't know her name yet. I bet she's at Cover Girls waiting for us.
Her name is Pebble, and she's a beach, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I wasn't saying. I was saying,
Did you get that from Kadoma Laugh Factory?
No, I just came up with that myself, man. I got him. Hey, I got him in the can too. Of course, he is playing the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, and he's. It's funny because he's paired up with Tony Romo. Hey-oh. Tony Romo, who is a scratch golfer. I mean, the guy is a good golfer.
Just to give you an update, we're talking about Tiger Woods. He is 4 under on the first round. That puts him at 15th position. But we know Tiger, he can get slow out of the out the gates. It's all about Saturday and moving day, and it'll start to pick up.
Hey, I asked Ben and Scott, good friends of ours, who OG Rat Pack. I asked them earlier, does Tiger win a major this year? Let me ask you first, Andrew, and we'll go down the table.
I think you would have to say the odds are in favor of yes.
Yes.
I'm not sure he will, but I would say the odds are in favor of yes. Mostly because he had the consolidation year, which was last year. He's already gone through all the trials and tribulations. He's already gone through the first time on back, at the Masters. He's already gone through all the times of his first time back and dealing with all the crowd noise. Now it's about accomplishing things that he sets out to and his goals. And we measure him by one thing and one thing only, like all the great quarterbacks, by the majors.
Yep.
And so I think he knows that it's time to pick it up now. If he wants to get back on that pace to racing down Jack, this is what he has to do, is start winning majors.
Now, Kadoma, of course, we don't have too many golf spikes, the Nike Tiger Series here on the table. We could, if he wins another major, maybe we could have his new golf spike model. But what do you think? Do you think Tiger's back this year?
Man, I don't know. It's a lot to recover from, man. I mean, mentally, you got to really get in the zone. I think that golf is one of those sports where you just have to be focused. With all that he's been through, I mean, it's going to take him a while. You got to get on a run, man. And then once he gets on that run, you just got to ride it. So we'll wait. I mean, let's pause about riding the Tiger.
Well, Adam, I also want to touch on the fact that he redid his entire swing, and redoing his entire swing, he did that last time, and it took him a while. It took him almost a year and a half to get that under his belt and get to where it needed to be. But he does it because he wants to be the best. He could always stay, put with what he's got going, but he's always striving to get better and always striving to refigure things to get it right. And I think that now he's going to have that time where he's already built in and retweaking his swing, and now it's to put that time to put that swing into motion.
Well, our saying on Sports Rap Live has always been "Get it right," but I think Kadoma came up with a new slogan for 2012, and that's undeniable. And he's going to have to come out in the Masters and be undeniable, because that is the tournament that he's always fared well at.
Well, they had to tiger-proof the course, Adam. They had to tiger-proof it because he was the one that basically proved that he could use his long driving ability to sort of conquer that course, and he pretty much blasted it away. So now it's all about him, trying to refigure his swing and play it and apply it to these different courses.
Well, the funniest thing is that golf has so many sexual innuendos as it is.
That's only because Kadoma's here.
I know. And all I see is Kadoma with this huge grin on his face. Breaking news. All right, hey, well, we know you're involved on rotowire.com, Andrew, with a lot of rotisserie or roto sports. Now, you just recently had an auction where you took some golfers. Now, I want you to tell us, who are some of the young golfers to watch out for this season?
Well, I think I took who is going to be maybe the rookie of the year, and that's Sung Moon Bai.
Who?
Yeah, you don't know about him. But
Say what?
Yeah, this guy is coming off of the Japanese tour over there, and he is a big-time hitter.
Will he be linning on the course? Hey, Kadoma, did you
know
hear
he's going to be mooning.
Yeah, I heard
he's going to be mooning.
Okay, all right.
He's going to be mooning.
He's going to be mooning.
Mooning. I mean, right now, he's tied with Tiger right now. He's 4 under. That's one of my guys on my team. So I tried to go with the all-young team. I have Rory McIlroy, who I think is going to be the maybe next Tiger Woods. I mean, we already saw how well he did after coming back. Adam, last year he had the devastation where he lost that one major, but he came right back and won the next one. So I think this guy is going to be poised to be one of the big heavy hitters. I'm happy I have him on my team. So I'm looking forward for big things from him this season.
Yeah, I can't wait. Well, I wanted to ask you because there's been 11 different winners in 12 of the last majors. So there's been a lot of new crop, a lot of new golfers getting their first ring.
I also think Dustin Johnson's going to take the next step. I've been waiting on Anthony Kim, but it doesn't seem like he's going to come around for him. One of my guys on my team this year was Luis Oosthuizen, who was one of the guys who kind of won one of those tournaments and kind of never has resurfaced. But I think he's going to resurface again this season. I think it's kind of one of those guys that you have to give a little time towards, and he'll come back around.
Well,
but it is the new era of golf, of the new young crop crop of kids led by Rory McIlroy, but I think it's going to be that new crop of kids that's going to be the new face of golf now that Tiger Woods has kind of started to fade. And he's trying to pick it up, but there's a new face, and it's the young kids.
You had Mike Weir a few years ago. You know, you had a lot of
well,
these
it's all
guys.
these kids that can bomb it. Like if you look at
Right,
Gary
right.
Woodland, this guy can just straight drive it, smack it off the tee. Same thing with Dustin Johnson. I think those kind of guys are going to be guys that are going to lead into this season as well.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, Andrew, let's take it from the links to the diamond, of course.
Sure.
And Sports Wrap Live is brought to you each and every week by Diamond Supply Co. and DiamondSupplyCo.com. Looking forward to getting some of that spring gear on our backs here to wear on the show. Looking forward to that. But let's get on the hot stove, and we'll keep it right here. Of course, we heard over last weekend, Andrew, that the Astros will be the Astros going forward, as Jim Crane apparently ran over Craig Biggio's grandma in a grocery store parking lot.
What?
Well, he likened the fan reaction to him changing the name as if he ran over somebody's grandma. So it would have to be Craig Biggio's grandma in an HEB parking lot. You know what I mean?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I don't know where you're going with that one.
What I'm saying is the name's not going to change.
No, the name's not
Oh,
going
okay,
anywhere.
okay.
After celebrating, this will be the 50th year of the Astros name, and we're going to go through all the different logos and having the throwback retro Fridays and all that's going to come with, the old throwback jerseys. It's going to be a celebration of Astros name for 50 years. It's going to be hard to turn the page on that, and I'm happy they're going to keep it. It'll be different in the American League East. I mean, the American League West, but they're still going to keep the name and the logo, which I'm proud of.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Rocking my Astros gear tonight.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And of course, we all got that Htown Never Stops in the Astros colorway, the old vintage orange and navy, thanks to Kadoma from the Htown Sneaker Summit. Well, the Astros did make their one and only off-season move, apparently, and that was signing Jeb Lowry to a one-year deal. And
Traded Mark Melanson, who was the closer, to get him.
Yes, and that concludes the Astros offseason. So we can.
Well, they're not going to be big spenders. I thought if anything else, they might trade Wandy, but they're trying to consolidate and save up to where they can actually. It doesn't make sense to go out and spend on the free agent market when you're not a contender. All the guys they would add would just help them maybe get closer to, a not last place finish, basically. But
Right.
I think they should spend money whenever it seems, that the team is going to be over the top, and that's not right now.
Right. Well, speaking of spending money, the Rangers are going to have to spend some money on a personal handler, and I'm not talking Chelsea. I'm talking Josh Hamilton.
That was a bad scenario for him. I mean, it's an unfortunate thing
But
that
a
he's
couple
got.
drinks, man. Come on.
He can. He's a recovering alcoholic, and I feel bad for him. It's just a bad situation all around. For those that don't know, he got pretty much. He had a situation where he was at a bar and he had a couple drinks. Ian Kinsler came to kind of take him away from the bar and take him home, but he kind of fooled him, and Ian Kinsler went home and he stayed out and had a couple more drinks. It's just something that he can't do. That's all it is to it, is that he can't put himself in situations like that. He's had people follow him around in the past to make sure that he doesn't, from the gas station to his house even, because he really can't spend that kind of, he can't have any money on him because no one knows what he'll do.
Right.
And the worst part about it, Adam, is that he is trying to get a negotiation with for a new contract, but that's kind of being thrown to the wayside because he needs to sort of reevaluate his life and get back on track with his recovery.
I hope he does.
I do
because
too.
Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic.
I think this guy, I don't see him having the kind of career that we hoped he could, mostly because I think these kind of incidents are going to keep on popping up. I don't want them to. I hope he doesn't have another incident like this.
Right.
But I think it's just something that you can't deny. It's part of who he is.
Well, in the last minute and a half, Andrew, what else, aside from Jose Reyes chopping off his locks for charity auction?
We're talking about the Marlins. Have you guys seen this new Marlins stadium? They're trying to get this kid, Yoenis Cespedes, who is a big
Yes.
time free agent,
Yes.
right now, the Dominican.
Yes.
But have you seen this new Marlins stadium, what they have for their backdrop? It's this ridiculous thing where there's like dolphins and fish. It's going to be like, how in New York they drop, they raise up the apple,
Yeah.
or, they have sort of like the bell in Philadelphia. This is going to be a whole production where they're going to have sort of like a Technicolor show of it's got a lot in Latin, a lot of Miami flavor to it, but it's way over the top. I mean, way over the top.
South Beach,
It's
baby.
start looking like a SpongeBob backdrop with all the crazy colors and everything.
It's going to be insane.
I think that's something that's kind of crazy. Every once in a while you see sports goes through these trends. You see them go with the Disney type logos,
Right.
the family night, and now they're
Angels in the outfield.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
That was hilarious,
I mean, there's been some kind of crazy things, and I guess that's what we're getting into now, the theme park ballparks.
That's
I
right.
don't know.
And Adam, we're less than 2 weeks away from pitchers and catchers reporting.
Yeah, I know.
So it's gonna be here before you know it.
Right around the corner. Hey, we're going to be back before you know it as we take our last break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it all up with our bad rap and just a few more notes that we got to get in right here on Sports Rap Live. You guys stick around.
Rap.